Good day children. Today we are going to study about our golden past. It is generally believed that Sangam date from 300 BC to 300 AD. There were many kings in various parts of Tamil Nadu. During this period, the peoples were largely farmer, hunter and fishermen. There were groups of poets who sang songs about the life of the kings. They were known as Sangam poets. Hence, this period is known as Sangam age. Next, we will discuss this under different heads. First, we will see about the ancient Tamil Nadu. The history of ancient Tamil Nadu is said to be more than 2000 years old. The extent of Tamil land was Tirupati in the north to Kanyakumari in the south and Bay of Bengal in the east to the Arabian Sea in the west. You can see in visual. We get information from Sangam literature and the inscription of Asoka and Arithashastra of Chanakya. You can see in visual. From Roman coins, beads and pottery found in Arikamedu near Puducherry, we learned that Tamils and Romans traded with each other. You can see in visual. Children, now we are going to see about the three Sangam eras. Sangam means association. Sangams of Tamil poets, writers and scholars were supported by many kings. From all the evidence we have, there were three major Sangams. The first one was in ancient Tenmadurai. It was submerged under the sea. The second one was in Kabadapuram, that was away from the sea, but even it was also washed away by the sea. The third Sangam was established in the region we call today's Madurai. The Sangam produced great works of literature, but much of it has been lost. What is left, which is composed into two collections, namely Pattu Pattu and Ettu Thogai. It speaks about the life of the people. The book of Tolgapiyam spelled out all the grammatical elements of the people. There were three major kingdoms in later and early Sangam eras. There were Chera, Chola and Pandyas. You can see them in visual. Children, now we are going to study about the kings from each kingdom. First, let us start with Chera kingdom. Chera's capital was Vanchi and their emblem was bow and arrow. The area of rule was today's Kerala, Coimbatore and Chellam. Cheram Senguttan was a brother of Ilango Adigal, who wrote the Chilappadigaram. He was remembered as a great warrior, generous and kind-hearted. He was also a great patron of Tamil poets. The Chera kingdom was near the Arabian Sea, so Cheran Senguttuvan had a strong navy. He put down the sea pirates who had been troubling the merchant ship, and during his period the sea trade grew. Cheran Senguttuvan went on military expedition to North India after defeating the kings who opposed him. On his way, he reached Himalaya and he gathered stone for making Kannagi statue. He made a statue of Kannagi and he placed it in the temple of Kannagi, which he built to celebrate her greatness. Now you can see in visual. Paranar and Chitale Chatanar were present in his court. Children, next I am going to give you details about the Chola kingdom. The greatest king of Chola king was Karigala Cholan. Their capital was Urayur. Their port was Kaveri Pumbattinam. Their emblem was tiger and their area of rule was Chittur, north and south Arcot, Tanjavur, Sengalpad and Tirchi. Karigala Cholan was a great warrior. Karigala Cholan defeated the combined army of Chera and Pandya king near Tanjavur. Karigalan's greatest contribution was the improvement he made to the Kaveri Delta irrigation system to prevent the flood of rice field. He built dams across the river Kaveri. Among these, the important dam was he built Check Dam. Kalane is the first masonry dam built in the world. It remains strong even today. You can see in visual. Karigalan encouraged art and literature. The great poet like Mudadai Makkinayar and Urithiran Kannanar adorned his court. Mudadai Makkinayar wrote Perunaraatrupadai and Urithiran Kannanar wrote Pattinapalai. Another great king from Chola kingdom was Ko Peruncholan. He was known for friendship. The great poet called Pisirandayar and this king were example of strong friendship. The special aspect was that they had never met each other. You can see in visual. Children, now I am going to give you detail about one king from Pandya kingdom. He was Pandyan Neduncheliyan. Their capital Madurai, port Korkaikayal, their emblem was fish. The area of rule was Madurai, Ramanathapuram, Tirunelveli and Pudukottai. Neduncheliyan was a great king of Pandya kingdom. He defeated the combined army of Chera and Chola with the help of 5 chieftains. After this, he assumed the title Thalayalangalathu Cheruvera Pandiyan. With the patronage of Pandyan Neduncheliyan, the Tamil Changam was held at Madurai. Other than these kings, there were many smaller kings known as Kadayelu Vallalgal. They are Tirumudikari, Pari, Valviluri, Adiyaman, Perumpeyar Began, Ay Andiran and Nalli. Tirumudikari gave his horse and kingdom to Iravalas, the tribes. Pari gave his chariot to Creeper. You can see in visual. Valviluri gave his kingdom to the artist of Kollimalai. Next, I am going to give you the detail about the Adiyaman. Adiyaman Neduman Achi ruled the area of Takattur. This area is in present day Dharmaburi district of Tamil Nadu. Avayar was a Sangam poet who was supported by this king. She sang his praises. The Nelli plant, the special power to prolong life, grew on the top of the ancient mountain. It is very hard to climb. Adiyaman brought it for her and prolonged her life. You can see in visual. Adiyaman was also a great valor. Having no idea of his power, the Tondaiman, the king, tried to attack the Takadu. But Avayar went to Tondaiman as ambassador and spoke about his bravery, and the Tondaiman gave up his plan to wage war. The next king is Perumpeyar Began. He gave a shawl to a peacock to protect from cold. Next, Ay Andiran gave a rare dress to Lord Shiva, which he obtained. The last king was Nalli. He helped the people without revealing his name. The Kadayelu Vallalgal were very much people oriented. The Vallalgal were generous, benevolent. They thought that service to the people were their duties. Children, now we are going to see about the Sangam poets. Kapilar, Paranar, Nakkirar, Pisirandayar. Among them, women poets like Avayar, Angavai, Sangavai, also a great poets. You can see some of them in visual. Many of the kings themselves were talented poets. Children, now let us see salient features of Tamil kings. The ancient Tamil kings were very much people oriented. They did not build palaces and monuments for themselves, but they built temple, fort, dams, ships, etc. Agriculture, industries, crafts, trade flourished during this time. Chola's speciality is their metal craft, in which they combine 5 metal to make an idol or statue. This was the glimpse of the golden past of Tamils. Children, go through this carefully. If you have any doubt, come back to me. Bye.